Turning now to education in New York, which we've been covering for the past few weeks with the start of the new school year. And that's the case for college students as well. We're about a month into the new semester, and for SUNY Chancellor John King, it's his second year on the job, laying out his vision for SUNY. And the data shows that's something that may be needed. In just the past decade, enrollment at SUNY schools has gone down by about 24%, according to state data. But this year, SUNY has some new ideas to get more people to enroll and finish a degree program. At the same time, it's the first year that colleges haven't been allowed to consider race as a factor in admissions, after the U.S. Supreme Court banned that practice earlier this year. So for SUNY, right now is an inflection point between the SUNY that was and the SUNY that will be under Chancellor King. We spoke in the studio about all of that and more. SUNY Chancellor John King, thank you so much for coming back.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Of course, anytime. So we are a few weeks into the new semester at SUNY schools. How's it going? Anything different this year that we should know about?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the school year. A lot of positive energy. Yeah. We're cautiously optimistic about enrollment. We're seeing a number of our schools, some growth in the enrollment of new students. Lots of interesting initiatives in areas that are really important to the state's future. Programs in the semiconductor industry, renewable energy, lots of programs trying to address shortages in the healthcare workforce. Oh, yeah. And then just all the positivity of the beginning of the school year when all things are possible.
Talk to me about the enrollment thing. So SUNY has seen enrollment kind of decline over the past decade. How does that look like? So we are seeing more new students come on board. Is that?
Yeah, we're hopeful. We won't have final numbers for another couple of weeks, but we're generally pleased that our outreach efforts over the last year have had an impact. You know, we sent letters, for example, to every 12th grader in the state outside of New York City, telling them there's a place for them at their local community college, because we want all New Yorkers to know, whether it's at a community college, at a four-year institution, at one of our university centers, in a grad program, there's a place for them at SUNY. So we're hopeful that that had an impact. We also did a lot of outreach to high schools, trying to make sure that students knew the range of options available to them. That we have an environmental science and forestry school if you're passionate about climate, that we have a maritime school in the Bronx if you're interested in the shipping industry. Sometimes students don't know about those options, maybe that are further from home, and we want them to be aware of those. The other thing we're working on is trying to make sure that the students who start finish, and investing in that because of an investment the governor made last year with the legislature in a transformation fund, a $75 million transformation fund. We're investing in wraparound supports, better advising, transportation assistance, just-in-time financial assistance when students face a crisis, so we can help students complete. We're implementing a program called ASAP, which has been shown to double community college completion rates. Wow. And we are looking forward to seeing some great results as we scale that across the system.
What's that program? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so ASAP was originally developed at the City University of New York. It's a mix of supports for students who are willing to go full-time to community college, advising, a pathway towards a career, transportation assistance in New York City, that means a Metro card, as well as financial assistance when students face sudden challenges. Car breaks down, have to move suddenly, need books for the semester and don't have the resources. And again, the program showed these incredible results because students need that support, but with that support, they can make progress towards their degree. And so now we're going to scale that across 25 of our campuses, 2-year institutions as well as 4-year institutions.
So you're really coming at this from all angles, from the outreach angle, reaching out to students saying, hey, there's a place for you at SUNY, providing more resources and support. So do you think that strategy will get you on that rising enrollment trajectory that you're looking for?
That's the vision.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing we're trying to do is help students move from workforce development programs that might be short-term into degree programs. So we've got about 360,000 students in degree programs across SUNY, but we've got 1.3 million students who take classes, whether it's they're taking a course because that's something they're interested in, or they're pursuing a certificate or a micro-credential. And we want to move some of those students into degree programs by showing them that the progress they made through that certificate or micro-credential, that could be the starting point for pursuing an associate's or bachelor's degree.
You know, those micro-credentials that you're talking about, people pursue them often because they may feel that they're prohibited from college for some reason. For me, when I was going to my undergrad, and for a lot of students, the cost wasn't so much the tuition. It was the room and board. I was paying double what I did tuition just to stay there and have a great meal plan that I enjoyed very, very much. You know, as chancellor, as you're looking around the state as to bring costs down, is there any way to target room and board at these campuses?
Yeah, look, you're right about the challenge. You know, we work very hard to keep SUNY affordable. 53% of our students across our institutions don't pay tuition at all.
Right.
And our tuition is just over $7,000, which is about 30% lower than our peer states. So we're working hard to make it affordable. Room and board is a challenge. It's part of that total cost of attendance. One of the things we need is help from the federal government. You know, in 1980, the federal program to help low-income students, the Pell Grant program, covered about 80% of the cost of college. Now it covers about 28% of the cost. And what's happened over that 40-year period is the cost has been shifted to families and students, often in the form of debt. And so we really need the federal government to step up, double the Pell Grant. That would make a huge difference for low-income students being able to have the support they need.
Yeah, that would make a huge difference. I was a Pell Grant recipient. It made a huge difference for me as a student, you know, going to college, feeling a little bit more secure in my financial footing while I was there. I think you're right. That would make a huge difference for a lot of people. You know, as we're talking about money, there are other things that you're doing at SUNY too. You have a big operating aid increase from last year. You received $1.38 billion in operating aid. It's about $178 million more than the prior year. Tell me what you're doing with that, because I'm reading that you're doing things with childcare, you're doing things with food pantries, and huge benefits to the community.
Yeah, look, we're very grateful to Governor Hochul. She really believes in SUNY, wants SUNY to be the best statewide public higher education system in the country. She worked with the legislature to make a very significant investment, the largest operating aid increase in 20 plus years. And we're focusing those resources on what students need. We're able to put $10 million towards supports for students with disabilities, $10 million towards mental health services, $10 million towards internships, $10 million towards research, and we were able to work with our campuses to get them an increase in operating aid that then they're using to invest in academic supports and academic opportunities. Alongside that, we're investing in food security. We know, unfortunately, that a recent national study showed 22% of college students are food insecure, meaning they're skipping meals because they're trying to save money. That's really scary. We've got to make sure students have the support they need. Hungry students can't learn. And so many of our campuses, almost all of them, have food pantries so that students can access food on campus who have need. We also are helping campuses provide staff support so students can get the SNAP program, the Federal Food Assistance Program. That's an important investment. I was at Niagara Community College earlier this week announcing an expansion of childcare. The governor and legislature put $10.8 million of additional funding towards childcare expansion so that we can help student parents succeed. You know, if you're a working parent, you're trying to get your degree at a community college, affordable quality childcare can be the difference between staying in school or not. And we want to make sure we're addressing that.
And those are on-campus spots, right? It's not the parent has to drop them off across town and then go to school.
Exactly, and it's so wonderful that they're able to have their kid with them on campus, in the campus-based childcare. Sometimes they're able to visit them during the day. It's that peace of mind knowing your child is in a good, safe place so that you can focus on your studies.
You mentioned mental health as well. We're talking about mental health in grade schools a lot right now because kids during the pandemic, their whole way of life changed for a few years. It was the same way for college students in a different way, I think. How do you see that moving forward in the SUNY system? You have some students who started when COVID started who haven't graduated yet, who I imagine went through some sort of trauma because of that. How do you help your community move forward after this?
Yeah, it's really hard. Look, I'm a parent. My daughters are 17 and 19. During the COVID most intense period when school was closed basically for a year, I had a freshman and a senior in high school. And despite a lot of privilege, it was an incredibly hard year. Being disconnected from peers, from teachers, having to adjust to online learning, not having extracurriculars, really hard.
Yeah.
So I worry a lot, particularly about kids who are in vulnerable situations, difficult home situations, difficult financial situations, how hard that period was. And we see it in our students, the impact. So there's sort of three levels. One is we have invested in a telemental health system across SUNY, led by SUNY Upstate Medical Center. That's been a really effective resource for the vast majority of our campuses so that students can have access to immediate support. We also, as I mentioned, are investing this $10 million in expanding mental health services so that campuses can have in-person counseling on site that students can go to when they need support. But then more broadly, we've got to work on overall wellness. Are students feeling connected to peers? Does every student have an adult on campus, could be a faculty member, could be a staff member, that they've connected with and can support them? Yeah. Do they feel like there's a sense of community where they're seen and known by folks on campus? And that wellness piece is really important. It's foundational to mental health and well-being.
So before we run out of time, I want to zoom out for a second and talk about something completely different, and that's race-conscious admissions. So the Supreme Court earlier this year effectively struck down affirmative action, saying you can't consider race in admissions anymore. How does that change things for the SUNY system? I went to SUNY Albany, and my campus was incredibly diverse. And for me, coming from a predominantly white area of the state, it was incredible exposure that was incredibly beneficial to me. How do you move forward?
Yeah, I mean, I love hearing that reflection on your experience. Diversity is so important to the learning experience for our students, to the intellectual community for our faculty and for our students. Yeah. It's a core value for SUNY. Taking away the tool of race-conscious admissions is going to make it harder for our most selective colleges in the country. And primarily for us, it's our university centers, our graduate programs, our medical schools. Those are the places where the decision will have the biggest impact. It's one less tool to maintain that diversity. That said, the Supreme Court was clear that there are race-neutral tools looking at low-income status. Is the student the first in their family to go to college? Is the student a veteran? Has the student overcome adversity in their neighborhood or school? Those you can look at, so you're advancing diversity. And the court said that you can look at what a student says in their essay about their own experience, the role that race may have played in their lives. And so we're going to continue to send the message to all of our campuses that we're going to use every legal tool available to advance our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion.
How do you navigate that? Is it campus by campus? Does it come from SUNY Central? Is it really just a specialized case-by-case basis?
Yeah, you know, because we have such a range of offerings across our campuses, you might have a different approach to undergraduate admissions at one campus than you have to admission to the medical school or an engineering program at another campus. But we're trying to provide good guidance to all of our campuses on the tools available under the law. And all of our campuses share that commitment to diversity as a talent strategy. Our classrooms are better, the discussions are better, our ability to prepare leaders for diverse work environments, diverse communities is better if our campuses are diverse.
Well, we'll be looking at that, and we'll have to check back in on it as the admissions process moves forward. SUNY Chancellor John King, thank you so much.
Thanks for the opportunity.